everybody. Look who I found at Comic-Con. Mr. Outdoors Tim Hughes. What are you doing here, man?
I was asked to come here by you and by Bill Francis. I don't hang out at Comic-Con. I'm a newbie here.
This is your first time?
First time.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you. My first time was last year. I don't know anything about this stuff.
Here's the frightening thing. I recognize things like Batman, Spider-Man. Most of these, I would have to approach and ask who they actually are portraying today, and I'd be afraid to find out.
Oh, I have no idea. Like, I don't have a clue. But you and I sort of have a bet going because you are here. We're going to talk to people here at Comic-Con about their knowledge of state parks.
Or lack of knowledge of state parks.
I'm betting on these guys because I know these people. I think I'm going to win.
One of the things we both agree on is that if you live in Utah, part of the reason is because you love the outdoors.
Mm-hmm. We're going to prove them wrong. Let's do this. Come on, Tim. Let's go talk to a unicorn. What do you like about Comic-Con?
It's just exciting to see everybody's cool outfits and maybe meet some of the celebrities and stuff. It's really fun.
What do you guys like to do? Do you only play video games, or do you like to do things outside, outdoorsy kind of stuff? Do you ever do anything?
A little bit of both.
Yeah? What's your favorite thing to do outside?
I like camping a little bit.
And where do you go?
You'll have to ask her. I have no idea.
Like Tooele Canyon and
Okay.
Yeah.
What if I were to ask you if you know any of our state parks? You guys are here for Comic-Con. We have sort of a bet going that people who come to this kind of an event aren't really outdoorsy, and I'm going for the geeks, saying, yeah, we are. So, go ahead.
Capitol Reef.
That's a national park. National park.
like Yellowstone and
So Yellowstone?
Oh yeah, Zion's. Like Zion's National Park. Yeah.
Zion's a national one. We're looking for state ones. He's fact checking us right now. You two tell me, do you guys like to do stuff outdoors?
Yeah.
What do you guys like to do?
Outdoors, play basketball, football, hike.
Yeah.
I do mountain biking and some rock climbing and just like hiking, whenever.
Where do you go?
Where do I go? I do a lot of mountain biking up at Snow Basin or rock climbing just kind of along the Wasatch Front, usually around home. There's some good spots up in Ogden, so.
Where do you like to go hiking?
Close around, so I would say probably Bell's Canyon down Little Cottonwood or Big Cottonwood Canyon.
Is that anywhere near a state park?
Everything's near a state park. There are 43 of them in the state of Utah, but Jordanelle State Park is close to Salt Lake City. You've heard of Jordanelle. There's some great hikes up around there, and as a matter of fact, they have some nice programs that take you out under the moonlight where you can actually either in the summer or the winter with snowshoes go out and check out the stars and all there is to see around Jordanelle State Park.
That sounds great.
I mean, I'm outdoorsy, but I wouldn't say I'm super outdoorsy. I try to get outside every once in a while, but Netflix usually claims my life. So
It calls for you?
it calls for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do have a series run on Netflix I can't get away from.
All right, I got an idea for this guy because he doesn't like to rough it. Likes to be in the outdoors, doesn't like to rough it.
No.
So if you do camp, you like what we call developed campgrounds than more than primitive camping. Sure. He doesn't know.
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying, but yeah, usually developed.
So maybe someplace like Bear Lake State Park or Jordanelle State Park.
I don't know about Jordanelle, but I've been to Bear Lake plenty of times.
Bear Lake's up north, but Jordanelle's just to the east of us here.
Okay.
Developed campgrounds, power so you can plug in whatever game device you've got if you don't want to sit and enjoy the stars, which I would highly recommend.
Is that really camping though? If you're playing games?
Not in my mind. I'm just trying to encourage people that might not make the trip.
Okay.
So,
Guys love it. They're down.
okay, leave the devices at home then. Go to Jordanelle State Park, find a buddy that's got a boat,
Okay.
sit out under the stars at night, bring your favorite food, cook it on the Barbie, and really experience what nature has to offer.
I'm down. I'll do it.
See?
Jordanelle State Park.
Jordanelle State Park.
Next week, I'm going.
Remember, guys, there's 43 state parks in the state of Utah. Southern Utah, beautiful hikes, beautiful red rocks. Northern Utah, all the fishing, camping, everything you can think of, all right?
Awesome.
All right, so enjoy Comic-Con.
All right, thank you.
I just pulled up a map, and you can barely see all of the territory of Utah because of all of the dots from state parks. But in the north, you're going to get all of the fishing and hiking and rock climbing you can stand. Down south, of course, you've got the beautiful red rocks. So, guys, enjoy your day at Comic-Con, but promise me you're going to go explore what state parks has to offer in Utah.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely do that. Yeah.
All right.
Nice. I love that I'm
she is winning, actually.
That's true. All right, you guys, we have Mr. Tim Hughes, who is Outdoors Utah, and he is here to tell me that people at Comic-Con aren't outdoorsy and they don't know anything about state parks, and I am here to say he's wrong. And I am holding my breath to know if you boys can tell him a state park.
A state park?
Yes?
Goblin Valley.
Zion's Park. I haven't been there for.
That's a national park. National park.
Utah State Park. How about Willard Bay? Is that a state park?
Willard Bay is a state park.
Hey, okay. Been there. We live up by Willard Bay.
I like to camp at Goblin Valley. It's fun. Run around.
Yes?
Lots of cool rock formations to play around in.
Yes? Okay.
I like the slot canyons. I think those are fun to hike.
Hiking.
What do you do when you go to Willard Bay?
Usually go boating, jet skis. So have a lot of fun.
You have anybody in the family that rides motorcycles off-road?
You know, actually we do. We have motorcycles and we have four-wheelers both.
Did you know that there is a state park that is an OHV state park that you can actually ride on a track?
I did not know that, no.
North Salt Lake.
Haven't been there, but sounds fun.
Has the family made trips for outdoors experiences?
Well, we're heavy into scouting, so yes, a lot.
And then do the scouts go camping at places around Salt Lake City? Or because Goblin Valley, that's good, but it's a long trip for folks in the northern part of the state.
It just depends on the time of year. So usually during the summer, we can do the longer things like Goblin Valley, or just like right now, we can go to like the canyons up in the mountains or anything like that.
Did you also know that there's another state park where you can actually go out and see dinosaur tracks in the Red Rock?
Is that in Vernal or?
Right by Vernal, just outside of Vernal. It's called Red Fleet State Park.
Wait, haven't ever been there. Didn't know that.
You'd like looking for dinosaur prints in the rocks, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's a great education for the family.
That sounds fun.
And while you're there, you can go to the museum and also see what they look like standing up with full skeletons and everything else.
Sounds good.
Go to Utah State Parks, pick a couple of places, and the next time we run into one of the guys from your scout troop, they're going to know all about it.
I'll do that.
It's a deal.
As for Troop 220.
Troop 220.
I love Troop 220. Thank you so much for proving me right. Once again, you guys are awesome, and you're adorable. Okay.
He's looking at you like, I know. Yeah, that's my job, to be adorable. How long have you been in Utah?
About 20 years now.
20 years. I hear a little something there. You're not originally from Utah.
I grew up in London.
In London, one of my favorite places. What did you come to Utah for?
Fell in love with a Utah girl.
Fell in love with a Utah girl. Did the Utah girl like to do things in the outdoors?
Yeah, she does. Yeah, we do a lot of hiking, or better hiking anyway.
Where do you go when you hike?
Big Cottonwood Canyon, up to Donut Falls, places like that.
Yeah. Beautiful spot. What do you know about Utah State Parks?
Not a huge amount. We don't get out the valley very much, so.
Would it surprise you if I told you there were 43 state parks in the state of Utah?
It would, yes.
You've heard of Bear Lake?
Yes.
You know where Bear Lake is?
Vaguely. Northwest.
Yep. Right up on the Idaho border, but huge lake, beautiful place to go boat if you've got somebody that has a boat in the family, or just camp or enjoy. And then all the way down south, have you heard of Snow Canyon State Park?
Yes, I have.
Beautiful red rock right outside of St. George.
Yep, I went down there once with my parents.
So make sure you take the family out and enjoy state parks.
I will, thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
You're very welcome. Have a good day. Thank you.
We have like a bet going that people at Comic-Con don't know state parks. This is Tim Hughes. He's Mr. Outdoors. Cross my fingers, you know when.
State parks. Does Bear Lake count? I've been there.
Oh, I love her.
Bear Lake is a state
I love this girl. Bam.
You just bailed her out big time. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been to Bear Lake?
I have.
What did you guys
all
do?
the time? We just swim. We don't have any boats or anything. We just take the kids swimming.
Yeah. Do you go a lot?
We try to go once a year.
What else do you guys like to do as a family? He can give you some suggestions.
He likes Dinosaur Park. I've taken him there before.
What? All right. Here you go. Seriously, the dinosaur one, I want to go, but I'm just going to let you take it away.
There's a couple of things. Now, do you know where Vernal is?
Yes.
You've heard of Vernal?
I have.
Not a bad drive, just a couple of hours. Red Fleet Reservoir is one we've told some people about, where you can actually get out on the water, enjoy it if you have a way to get out on the water, or just camp down there. But at night, take flashlights out and let the kids find real dinosaur tracks in the Red Rock.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, he would love that.
You like dinosaurs? Yeah, absolutely.
He does.
How long have you been in Utah?
35 years.
Long time. So I'm going to guess you guys know state parks.
Pretty much. I could list most of them.
Look at that.
That was a cheer.
I could list.
But you said quite a few.
Yeah, I think, well, we've been to a few. Yeah.
Which ones have you visited?
We probably go to Snow Canyon the most often. That's St. George.
Yeah.
We've got a place down there, so we spend a lot of time in St. George. Then we boat a lot, so we like Pineview, Jordanelle, several of the reservoirs. Took the scouts down to Kodachrome Basin and Goblin Valley and places like that. So, been to a few.
We hit the mother load right here. It's fun to hear somebody that's actually used what we have in the state of Utah, that's out there every day. And of course, a lot of people don't know there are 43 of them with such a wide array of activities and things to do.
Thank you for knowing tons, because we have a bet going and you're proving me right. Thank you. I love you guys.
I'm still trying to figure out what a unicorn is doing walking these halls.
Exactly.
Where does that come in? I don't know. I know. There's some real interesting costumes, that's for sure.
All right, guys, enjoy your day.
Take care. Thanks.
Again, I would encourage everybody to just search out online, if you have access to the internet, which most people do these days, Utah State Parks.
Yes.
And find one near you, or better than that, find one that's outside of your comfort zone and go and enjoy it.
Seriously, you've sold me on the dinosaur one. That sounds so fun to go down there, because at night to go try to find them, that would be really fun.
And let me tell you, with sons and daughters of my own and grandkids now, they would much rather learn that way than learn it out of a book. And when they find and they can actually see and map out a dinosaur track for the first time themselves, it's pretty spectacular.
Yeah, I'm sold. I want to do it. I'm going to figure it out. You should definitely take your family and go. And so I've learned a lot about state parks from you. And I think you've learned that, people who cosplay don't just play video games.
I've also learned that Holly's always right, which pains me a little bit.
Best day of my life.